Easy Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds, my S bake off with gap. Yes.
Large one for back of reaction of today's video. We got someone who, I'm not gonna lie, I invested a lot of serious flowers into this guy a long time ago. As in before that verse that you're thinking of. Before then. So when that verse on Still on the O is what we're talking about if you don't know. When that song dropped, I was proud because I'd already invested stocks into him before that, way before that, as in VDM was before this. Certified, I believe, was one of his first songs. Ed and Eddie, like this guy's been making tracks like Strikers, Gaza with SD and Lowski. He's been making tracks and hard songs for a while, but he went pen for a little bit and he had a little bit of break from the music, and I haven't actually heard anything he's dropped since. So we got OnDrills here with GeeSplash with Dodgy. Very excited to hear this. It's been 10 days, but I've got around to it. But I'm very excited to hear this. So without any further ado, let's get into this one.
Splash.
R.I.P. this man.
It's a vicious cycle, drill, trap and do it again. Don't come long and pop it, risk it like biscuit and clot it.
R.I.P.
That can never be me. After drill, got clean and rinse. Turn one into two if it's going on feet. Ying them down, couldn't tell that I grin.
That sample.
Broski been barking. Trap and do it again. Don't come long and pop it, risk it. Spartans ride with shanks and skanks. They just bust my door. That's alarm bells ringing on free flow. No more, no. Conviction of waps. Got me sitting down, can't start to the G code. I got beef with pagans, two on me, got a ride in trios. Mark my stamp on the up, no PO. GeeSplash and he sang like Neo. This life is men's. I'm in the dock in my suit and he got two if it's going on T. Ying them down, couldn't tell that I grin. Free TG, broski been barking. Trap and do it again. Dot come long.
I actually haven't heard his voice in years, you know. Aye. And like OnDrills is someone like I really rated him. Like he was like one like my favorite for a little bit. Like genuinely speaking, he was actually my favorite for a little bit, to the point where if you go back on the channel, I think I mixed his and the Earth BHB freestyle together. Because I rated him that highly. Like I was rating him on those levels. Like Earth B, before Earth B really took off, because that was 2018, they took off 2019. But before they really took off, I was having those four in the same bracket. So that's the kind of like caliber I rate this guy at, and I haven't heard him in time. So I'm like, fam, this is a big moment for me personally, I'm not gonna lie, like.
Ride with shanks and skanks. They just bust my door. That's alarm bells ringing on free flow. No more, no. Conviction of waps. Got me sitting down, can't start to the G code. I got beef with pagans, two on me, got a ride in trios. Mark my stamp on the up, no PO. GeeSplash and he sang like Neo. This life is immense. I'm in the dock in my suit and friend.
Yeah, he said this life is meant on VDM. He said that before.
Me in the stand, this real life, my stories pretend. Hashtag no cap, been that whip and circle the flats. Me and my bro got matching watch, turning off functions when boom get slapped. Petrol burning my skin, after drill got clean and rinse. Cover my face, them down, couldn't tell that I grin. It's a vicious cycle, drill, trap and do it again. Turn up Lambeth maps, Spartans ride with shanks and skanks. Swinging my arms like Rocky, do man.
Yeah, he's been saying Spartans ride, like he's been saying that. They all say that, but I don't know why. It just feels like that. Those two words feel like his phrase for some reason.
Them down, couldn't tell that I grin. It's a vicious cycle, drill, trap and do it again. Turn up Lambeth maps, Spartans ride with shanks and skanks. Swinging my arms like Rocky, do man, probably D in the back too dodgy. Flashing a ride too dodgy, swing it, chop it up like it's Chucky. Little bro with a blade like Chucky, really trying to catch him a daily puppy.
But this is the hook.
Puppy smoking a glide, these streets are ugly.
Cold.
Swinging my arms like Rocky, do man, probably D in the back too dodgy. Flashing a ride too dodgy, swing it, chop it up like it's Chucky. Little bro with a blade like Chucky, really trying to catch him a daily puppy.
That Chucky bar.
Puppy smoking a glide, these streets are ugly. These guys screaming out man's last name, telling me bang up.
Did you just hear that? It's trying to tell me that the speaker's too loud. The audacity. Don't make that noise again. The audacity.
Shit. If you see me OD on your block, you know the sins we're about to commit. You ain't scored no goals on the pitch, calm down, you can learn some things from the kid. I like the way she twerks on my dick, but I love the way my Nokia twerks when it rings. You are you taking a piss out, wet man down, but you're raising your fist.
I can't lie, GeeSplash is the better rapper. I just, for some reason, just back in the day, I just preferred OnDrills. There was something about the rawness of his sound, and still to this day, like he still has that rawness. It just feels very raw to it. But now in terms of like rapping ability, now GeeSplash is better. GeeSplash has been hard. He's been hard. Pause. Pause. Pause.
Down, you can learn some things from the kid. I like the way she twerks on my dick, but I love the way my Nokia twerks with the
Rings.
Who are you taking a piss out? Wet man down, but you're raising your fist. Do a Jordan and burning my kicks out never.
Oh, wet man down, but you're raising your fist, lad. Rude.
Price but burning my drip. Can't lie, man, my life ain't always been sweet. 16, I went there with the dots. Next day, I was filling up canteen sheets.
My life ain't always been sweet. And then the next thing he says is 16. So at the age of 16, you know, the sweet 16 is like a big thing in America. I don't really think people do it too much here, but yeah, your sweet 16 is a thing. So that's what that bar was.
When I went at my past my age, on my life, that can never be me.
But now he's just talking about what he was doing at other ages. So it was smart for him to say, my life ain't always been sweet. 16. And now he's talking about 40. And that was very smart of him to do that.
16, I went there with the dots. Next day, I was filling up canteen sheets. 14, when I went at my past my age, on my life, that can never be me. On the ends where I'm selling TT, turn 1 into 2 if it's going OT. Run if you see GG. Free TG, broski been barking way before rhymes made barking. Dot come long man, half it, risk it like biscuit and clot him. Swinging my arms like Rocky, do man properly. D in the back, too dodgy.
Yeah, like that verse was obviously colder than OnDrills' verse, but this whole song in general was cold. I'm happy I got around to this one.
Dodgy, swing it, chop it up like it's chop. Little bro with a blade like Chucky, really trying to catch him a daily duppy. Got beef with puppy, smoking a glad, these streets are ugly. Yuck. And swinging my arms like Rocky, do man properly. D in the back, too dodgy.
That yuck ad-lib. Where who? Someone jog my memory, man. I feel like I've heard someone say that. Someone from like that part of London as well. Can't quite put my finger in it though.
He's flashing a ride too dodgy, swing it, chop it up like it's Chucky. Little bro with a blade like Chucky, really trying to catch him a daily duppy. Got beef with puppy, smoking a glad, these streets are ugly.
Yuck. Free Miz. Yeah, that beat was hard. Like, I don't know what this woman's moaning about, but it's hard. Oh, nah, it's nice. Cold. This video is sponsored by F Custom. F Custom are a company that do custom jerseys. You can order yours from fcustom.com, and if you use my discount code SACHI, you can get 10% off of your order. Thank you very much to F Custom for sponsoring this channel. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Yeah, initial thoughts on that one there. Like I said, like OnDrills is someone who back in 2018, I was really listening to everything he dropped. Like even the exclusives, like that Striker song, exclusive. Gaza with Lowski and SD, exclusive. So the exclusives were like some of the harder ones as well. But nah, the release stuff was very much the most bait stuff. So the first time, I always get it wrong. First time I saw a gun, I was young. I was 15, put a chord in pumps. How do I always get that wrong when I rinse that song? But everyone knows that, which is nuts because I remember like I was one of the few people really listening to him. But then that verse and that song just took off, absolutely took. I don't know what it was about it. I think it was just that opening line and then the beat drop, which is Cash Money for some reason, and that song just took off. And everyone else started to clock onto how cold this guy was. He started getting Mizomat comparisons, not from how good at rapping he was, but the style of rap and even the ad-libs, even that yuck ad-lib. That's what that joke was just then. Miz used to do things like that. Like his ad-libs used to be very expressionate. Like he used to, yeah, there's just something about. That's why Miz's music was just so fun to listen to. OnDrills brought those type of vibes with the ad-libs, and he was in those old Harlem videos. He's obviously around when they're making these songs, and he's influenced by the very best of them. So that was cold for the listeners who listened to Miz back then to hear someone who's so close to him actually paying so much homage to him. It was just like there was something cool about that, and that's why I really rated OnDrills then, and that's why I really rate him now, because the song ended with yuck. So the last thing I'm thinking of in an OnDrills and GeeSplash song is one of the other Spartans, Miz, Free Miz. But fam, in terms of a rating, what I rate that one there out of 10, I like that one a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely going in the playlist. Link and many other things are linked in the link tree in the description. For that one there, I'll probably rate that one like an 8 out of 10. That's a solid one. GeeSplash's verse was nuts. Very cold verse. He's someone that's dropped a lot of cold verses. I feel like he was at the end of Certified, but I can't remember. But I feel like he may have been. But he's dropped a lot of hard verses. Every time I hear him, like he can rap. You know, some people can just rap. So every time you hear them, it's gonna sound cold, like naturally. He's one of those people. And again, he's done it here again. So yeah, I'd rate that one like an 8 out of 10, solid song. But yeah, man, I've been Sachi14. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again. Shoot.